anywhere. And just further reinforced when Zoro just says, "I can handle you," and just beats him out.
Okay, so I do agree. Lucci's not on Luffy's level, but why does that mean that Luffy is holding back against Lucci? Because Luffy was kind of low defing Lucci on screen.
Yeah, so this is quite simple. So when Luffy's in a very weakened state, you agree when he fights Kaido, right?
Yeah, like he's like
All
near
right.
death.
And despite that, Otis still posits in Road to Left Tail, whatever that book is called. That the reason why Luffy's even winning is just because he's stronger than Kaido. Like that's the whole narrative for Joy Boy as well when he returns. That like Joy Boy's
Yeah, I
beat
agree.
Kaido, he's
Luffy's
stronger.
stronger than Kaido.
Yeah, so like even a very weakened Luffy is just gapping Kaido, and like obviously
Yeah, those are W takes, bro.
and then this Luffy right here is obviously healthy, uh, healed up, So it just seems to be the case that if Zoro's just directly saying like, "Oh, you're not strong enough." Obviously Zoro's on the rooftop. He knows how strong Kaido Luffy is. Everybody, he's just making power assessments.
Okay, so wait. What do you say about Zoro's power assessment?
He's seen a bunch of takes basically. He's seen it all.
I mean, yeah, I'm not questioning the reliability of Zoro's power assessment. Like, I agree, Lucci's not on the level of Luffy, but like, okay, so listen, Lucci can be not on the level of Luffy, right? We can see Luffy low diff Lucci on screen, but why does that mean Luffy is holding back if he low diffed him
Oh
on
yeah,
screen?
I just remember it. Yeah, so Zoro broke like all his bones blocking an attack that Kaido scales to.
Okay, and
Okay, so does Zoro break his bones clashing with fucking Lucci? No, obviously. So you know what that means?
yeah, because I think the Zoro that clashed with Luffy is a lot stronger than the Zoro that blocked Kaido's blows.
Why?
Well, it's stated that after every island they get stronger, and he unlocked advanced conquerors.
No, that's a pre-time skip statement. That refers to pre-time skip. You can't prove this statement holds truth to post-time skip.
What's the distinction?
Yeah, so Zoro's talking about their past adventures. He's not talking about future adventures, or or
Okay,
even
but
or even,
yeah, okay,
or,
so
or even
listen.
current adventures.
If it's stated, yeah, I know it's stated pre-time skip, but what's the distinction
Yeah,
between like
Zero. I just
pre-time
told
skip
you
and
context.
post-time?
Zoro is talking about their previous adventures. He's not making a statement about the future or the present.
Okay, but if it's consistently like happening in the past, why would it not happen in the current?
Okay, I'll bring up like this is pretty simple. What does Zoro say? What does Luffy say during Sawa Odi when they
I don't
fight
know.
Kuma or supposedly Kuma?
I don't know.
He says we already know how strong this guy is. We can't handle him.
I mean,
And
okay.
then this is based off previous encounters during Thriller Bark.
I mean, sure. Like, okay, listen. So he knows how Kuma. No, he knows how strong Kuma is, right? He knows that he's not strong enough to beat Kuma. That doesn't mean that they didn't get stronger, but Luffy knows that they
Do you
didn't get
do,
strong enough
do
to an
you
extent to beat
you
Kuma.
know that Zoro cut Kuma during Thriller Bark, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and if they're saying right that like I just keep it like this, right? Zoro has like a slight low in feet on Kuma Thriller Bark, and they're saying, "Hey, we can't beat him because of our Thriller Bark interaction." They're blatantly saying that like we're still like on that level prior.
Just listen. What's the problem with being low and relative with someone, getting stronger and still not being able to beat them?
Bro, let me get this straight. You think Zoro, who went through like two other arcs before fighting Kuma again, right? Same with Luffy. Mind you, Luffy's stronger than Zoro. Has gear second, gear third, and like they're Zoro and Luffy's like Sanji. Everybody's like, yo,
That's
we
my
need
brother
to
in
pull
my
out
life.
all this stuff.
What are you saying?
Like everybody on your crew used the strongest attacks in their arsenal to take down Kuma, and you're telling me Zoro from beforehand who got a low in feet, a low in feet, a low in feet. And for some reason they all get stronger 2 times because the two arcs happen between. Like they can't beat Kuma now. What are we talking about? It's obvious that it's obvious that they stay stagnant, and these niggas
I
can't do
mean,
Kuma still.
okay, I asked why does your observation lead to your conclusion, and you just kind of restated it. Like that's
Bro,
not.
what I did is like I need you to follow here. Zoro by himself has a feat showcasing relativity to Kuma.
Sure.
Zoro goes on to get stronger and stronger. Then also has two people who are relative, if not stronger than him, right? In the sense of fucking what's gonna call it, Sanji and Luffy, right? Then everybody else in the Straw Hat crew they're like weaker, but they can hold their own with the strongest attacks. We see this during Thriller Bark when they fight ours. Ours literally has Luffy's shadow at his base. Like literally, they all fuck him up and let's hold him off until Luffy shows up when they lock in.
All
Right.
right, Jen,
So
I got a question.
what's up?
When in the world did you establish a connection?
The connection is quite simple if you listen. If
Yeah, I'm listening,
Zoro
but you never established a
from
connection.
2 previous arcs by himself is showcasing relativity, and then they go on to get stronger and stronger, and we have basically at least 4 Luffy level fighters. One of them being base Luffy, everybody else being awakened type of Luffy fighters, give or take. And then they still can't handle him based off previous encounters, despite being relative. This directly means the stronger shit is like fucking redundant and like actually just wouldn't matter here.
Okay, what's the connection? Why does your observation
What?
lead to strongest being redundant?
Are
Or the
you
strongest thing being
slow?
redundant? Yeah. No, I'm asking you.
You are saying that Zoro has gotten way stronger, so the previous stuff cannot backscale.
Okay, listen. You're saying he
Bro,
used to be low and
Noxis,
relative.
Noxis,
Listen,
Noxis, Noxis,
listen,
Noxis.
Jen.
No,
Jen.
Noxis, you listen. You're saying based on him just getting stronger every arc, right? Every island, that previous feats can't backscale. I'm saying, well, we see after a statement that's your kind of reference. That is shown not to be the case based off the scaling chain that I provided. And then your counter is like, what's the correlation? You already get the
And
correlation.
also, I never said previous feats can't backscale. I was just proposing a distinction between the past
All right, so
Zoro and the current
I'm
Zoro.
just gonna show you like this, right? Zoro did 2 island arcs before fighting Kuma again with other people such as Luffy and Sanji, who also are just on his level, and then the rest of Straw Hat when they're all combined are on his level. They can't fucking, despite the same type of time difference thing, they can't fucking put him down, and they think based on previous encounters they're still gonna lose despite being relative still. This directly means that an island worth of fucking training getting stronger is not relevant enough to overcome a
Okay.
I break all my bones type of gap.
So can I tell you something? You were doing
Yeah.
perfectly fine until you said, then this means blah blah blah, because you didn't make a connection.
Bro, I'm using the quantification of the islands to showcase that it's not that much, even a still minute, even though I don't think
I
they
mean,
get
you said that you showed that, but you didn't show that. You never showed a
okay.
connection.
Are you following?
Yes, I'm following. There was no
You aren't,
connection. You established no connection.
bro. 2
Listen,
islands.
listen. You established your observation, and then you said this observation leads
2
to this
not
conclusion, but
this.
you never established a connection between
Not
the
this.
observation and the
2
conclusion.
islands happen.
I don't
2
care how many
arcs.
islands. I don't care
What?
how many islands. You
Wait,
never
wait, wait.
established a
Let's just no,
connection
no, no.
between the
Not
observation
this.
and the
Not this.
conclusion.
Not this. Not this. Not this. Because you literally just like backtracked a bit. I brought the point earlier that Zoro break all his bones against Cairo. Well, it was a previous island. You said previous island doesn't backscale, right? I go on to talk about the statement. I'm like, yo, like I think he's referring to only islands up to that point because that's what statement's talking about. But let's look at like stuff after this point, right? Let's like actually look at like how much stronger they get after islands. Even if we want to argue that shit, we see from 2 islands, they're still performing relative to a person that they're all relative to.
Okay, so listen. I never said that previous feats can't backscale. I'm
Okay,
just saying it's not necessary that they do. Okay, I'm saying it's not necessary to be. Hold on, listen. It doesn't have to be the case that the Kaido that scaled to Wano Zoro scales to Egghead Zoro. I never said that the
You're
Kaido.
lost. That's not the
Listen,
argument right now. The
listen.
argument.
Hold
The
on.
argument I'm giving.
Listen.
Look,
You're
I'm gonna
interrupting me.
clarify
You're
for you.
interrupting
I'm
me.
gonna break it
Please let
down
me
for one more
speak.
time. I'm
Please let
breaking
me
it down for one
speak.
more time. The argument that I'm
You
making
broke it down. You already
okay.
broke it down.
Then
You already broke it
then
down. I don't need
only
breaking it
reference the
down.
last point.
I'm tracking your argument. Your argument just doesn't like connect.
Okay, bro.
Listen. So I said Kaido scaling to Wano Zoro does not necessitate that he scales to Egghead Zoro, right? I'm not saying that feats cannot backscale. I'm just saying it's not necessary that they do. Okay?
Yeah,
So
that's
you
not the
said,
point. That
listen,
wasn't the
hold
point
on,
I made just now.
hold on, listen. You bring up a point where feats backscale does not prove that feats have
That
to
was
backscale.
not the fucking point. That's how nigga was tracking. What I told you is that I am using a case file. I'm using an argument, right? I'm saying, okay, we see, right, that despite 2 islands, right? I'm showing a quantification. I'm quantifying this, right? Even when it's still he got stronger, right? We see a blatant quantification difference, to where the difference is not substantial after 2 islands.
Okay, in one instance, the difference is not substantial. Why does that mean that
Okay,
it's not
okay,
substantial in every
bring
instance?
me. I can bring me some more evidence where it's substantial, please.
I don't have to. It's not my burden.
Okay, Okay, so I'm just gonna bring like this, right? If I already showcased, right, at least I give some likelihood to my stance, right, to my side. You
You
have zero.
provided no likelihood.
Okay, you just agreed that I showcased substantial. Did it not grow substantially? You just agreed to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm saying, based off this, I have some evidence, some type of substance, showcase my position is a higher level. You have zero, and you have zero.
No,
But
you don't.
you blatantly disagreed
Okay, listen. I
that
have a question.
I showcased
Hold on. Listen.
that
Why?
the,
Okay, listen.
the
Hold
gap
on.
isn't empty.
Why
Like two eyes up
does
here.
what you just showed establish a likelihood for your
Okay.
claim?
Again, right? So you know what likelihood is?
Yes.
It's extra evidence to a point, giving higher reasoning, right?
Yeah, but the evidence that you provided doesn't give higher reasoning.
Okay, so if the point right now we're arguing about is if even going to a new island means that prior backscaling things don't work out, and I'm saying, okay, well, we see despite two islands happening, Zoro
I
is
never
still
said
scaling.
prior backskilling doesn't work out, by the way.
Bro.
It's
I never,
strawman.
bro. That's not. Listen, you're lost. What
You're
I'm
strawmanning
telling
my
you,
argument, and so I'm
no, I'm
correcting you.
not, bro. Listen, Noctis. What
I'm
I'm telling you
listening.
is that, listen, I said earlier, even if we
I'm
still
listening.
saying that the island thing is true, that they get strong each island, let's see how much strong they get between islands, right? I'm using the fact that, okay, two islands passed Killer Bark and when they fought Kuma again. And what happens is the difference is not that big despite two fucking arcs happening again.
Sure, that's fine.
This directly means a gap between two arcs isn't big.
Okay,
You
it
know,
was
you know what that
fine
means?
until you said this directly means. Yeah, where's the connection?
The fact that I showcased a fucking example
Okay,
showcasing that.
listen. So yeah, you showed an example, but you didn't explain how the example connects to your claim or proves the
What?
claim.
If the claim is that if the claim is
All right,
okay,
listen. I have
well
a question.
let's look at no listen, the claim is quite simple. Let's look at how much stronger they get between islands. I look at an example that showcases two islands, and what happens?
Okay, listen.
Like
So
what the fuck?
hold on, listen. You could prove the premises of your argument. That doesn't prove your conclusion, okay? Unless
Okay,
you can explain why the premises connect to the conclusion.
okay. So I'm just going to tell it like this, right? I've already provided a quantification via my based on my argument. You have no type of quantification. You just have like a blatant like iffy statement that like already like is kind of contended based on like the quantification I gave you, right? So I'm just seeing that oh my god, I'm just seeing that
Man, shut the fuck.
I'm
James,
just seeing this based
all of
off
what you're saying right now is irrelevant, okay? I'm not contending
so far.
premises. I'm contending the fact that your premises connect to your conclusion. You provided no connection.
Yeah, so even baby, oh my god, yeah. So even like a baby or an old person will understand the correlation. If we're talking about like how much stronger these people get between arcs,
Correlation is not connection, retard.
uh, it really is. I
It's
mean,
not.
okay, so want to look at the definitions?
I don't care about the definitions.
Okay, so correlation by definition.
Definitions are subjective.
Okay, so correlation by definition, a mutual
By
relationship.
definition, I don't care.
Okay,
They're
so
subjective.
you said verbatim. Correlation is a connection, right? Verbatim, right?
Sure.
Okay, so looking scans, right? And tell me what's the second part of correlation? Dumbass nigga. Don't ever say that again. Like you don't know what you're talking about. It literally says it correlation.
Man, pipe down, bitch.
The fuck you talking about? Don't ever test me again. So correlation is a connection. I showed this connection. I
Okay,
blatantly
can I tell you something?
quantified. I blatantly quantify how much
Hold
stronger
on.
someone gets
Hold on. You're
between
interrupting
two
me.
arcs.
I'm trying to. Okay, so listen. You provided evidence in scans, and you aren't even letting me respond to the evidence. Okay, let me respond. So listen. It says a mutual relationship or connection. Okay, a correlation can be a connection. That doesn't necessarily that it is a
Okay.
connection.
So it's quite simple. If the argument is how much stronger they get in an arc, and I'm saying, well, here I'm going to showcase you two arcs, and
Okay,
it
listen.
shows that they didn't get much
Your
stronger.
premises are good. Okay, I'm not disagreeing with
Okay.
the premises.
Okay.
I'm disagreeing with the connection from the premises to the conclusion.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. I have a
Yeah,
question. I have a
bro.
question.
I think
Listen,
you're crazy,
since
bro.
you aren't tracking, can you syllogize your argument and give an inference rule?
So it's quite simple, bro. I'll say this for you again, bro. If the point is the quantification, and I'm saying, oh, I have an example for this quantification. right? I have an example for this math problem where I can solve x, and I did solve for x, and x is not a high value. I just win the point. And right now, you're just not addressing it.
Sure, you solved X, but you haven't proved why X leads to Y.
Okay, so you are stupid. Because Y, I don't know if you know this, Y.
Listen.
Why? No, listen. Y in this case is if the gap is big or not. X is if the amp is big or small. And based off that is what leads to the conclusion of Y.
I'm be honest, bro. I don't care about your yap. That's not
All
an
right,
inference rule. That's not a connection.
All right, bro. Anyway, I don't need to provide an inference rule. I brought a blatant correlation, a blatant connection, quantifying the gap between two arcs, and it's shown to not be big. So Zoro, one arc where it was less than 2, after defeat is not gapping himself. So you know what that means? Zoro is confirmed weaker than Kaido to a point to where he's breaking all his bones. And guess what happens?
Yeah, based on what inference rule? Based on what correlation? No, based on what connection?
Again, I quantified
why does the premises?
it for you.
Listen, why does proving the premises prove the conclusion? Okay, Jin, do you know what a syllogism is?
Bro, do you know what math is?
Yes, I know what math is. Mathematics.
Okay, so do you go to math, right? And when your teacher says solve for x, right, which is a blatant simple math problem, which is just you isolating variables.
I don't go to math class. I go to AP physics.
Okay. So do you say what's the inference rule in reference, or do you just say, okay, well, you actually solved for x, you used what's in the case file, and you proved your evidence based off what's in the case file?
Well, I mean, an equation has an equal sign. You have not shown an equal sign.
I understand that. Right, I understand that. So let's think about this, right? If on one side it's unknown whether or not what's it called, the x is a high or big value, and on the other side, it's like, you know, and one arc later, right? So it's y equals.
I'm not gonna lie, Jin. I don't care for your yap. Can you give me a syllogism or an inference rule?
I don't need to give you a syllogism or inference rule. I gave.
Okay, then there's no connection. We can move on.
I gave you basic reasoning, bro. Okay, we can definitely.
Basic reasoning does not fulfill a connection.
Yes, it does. I used a math example. What the fuck?
Okay, you can give an analogy. That doesn't prove that the analogy actually proves your claim.
Okay, so if I showcase that we can definitely move on. Like I'm beating your ass.
We can move on. You haven't proved anything.
I'm beating your ass.
You proved your premises, but you haven't explained how your premises lead to the conclusion.
Yo, go back to Gyro, bro. Go back to Gyro. Like your ass. Anyway, so yeah, so Zoro.
All right, I have a question.
Be cordial.
Yo, listen. Can anyone tell me where he provided? No, listen, Nani. He did prove his premises, but he never gave a connection. From his premises to his conclusion.
Nani, I think you listened to the whole. The whole point.
No, listen, Nani. When I say premise, I don't mean the overall premise of the debate. I mean the premise for his argument. Okay, he proved the premise for his argument, but he never provided an inference rule. He never proved that the premise actually connects to the fucking thing.
Nani, the point in question is whether or not that these people get massively stronger between one island. So I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna quantify a difference actually for you. I did this right. I quantified it for him. Well, okay, here's Zoro, an example with 2 islands, right? And guess what? He agrees. Zoro's not that much stronger. He's still relative to himself from prior. So he's going to say he gets stronger from island to island. Well, okay, here's an example: 2/1. Guess what happens? He's still relative. So guess what? Your argument referring to current Zoro or what is one island later, it doesn't work because I already quantified X for you. And then he's talking about some premise conclusion. Like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, your ass. I don't care about that.
What's the inference rule?
What's the inference rule? Like, he's garbage, Nani. Like, the fuck? I'm high as shit. Fuck him up. Oh my god. I know.
And the crowd went mild. You're getting your ass beat, Jin.
Oh my god. Oh, shit.
¿Cómo te llamas?
I ain't gonna keep mine, right? This the fucking bottle of Ciroc, right? Got a bottle of Ciroc.
Hey guys, I guess Jin has no rights. I guess Jin has no rights now.
Since it was full, bro.
I proved my premises. Jin has no rights. Because apparently we don't need connection between the premises and the conclusion, so Jin has no rights.
The connection is quantifying the fucking strength difference.
Future. Yeah, that's my point, future. The syllogism is non sequitur. My point is
I'm quantifying the strength difference.
Okay, Jin, I'm gonna mute you so I can talk to Future. Yo, listen, Future. I was making an example of a non sequitur syllogism because Jin's entire argument is non sequitur. Jin's argument, he's proved his premises, but he's given no substantiation for his premises actually leading to the fucking conclusion. Future, his arguments are non sequitur because I asked him for a connection and he gave no connection. If your premises don't connect to your conclusion,
what was
his
supposed connection? Or what was his supposed connection?
He gave no connection.
Bro, Nani, my argument is literally just attacking Zoro's statement, which is, okay, Zoro tries to get stronger between the island. Let's film in that. Let's see how much stronger they get between the island. And I gave an example, which is 2 islands, and they're showcased relative to themselves. It's literally just me quantifying X.
Okay.
So you're saying...
Nani, can I tell you what happened?
Give me 1 second, bro. My sister's...
Okay.
Oh, fuck, my brain, bro. It's turning to mush. Woo, bro.
My brain's still perfectly intact, so.
Bro, you're getting ass beat on fucking high and drunk, bro.
I mean, I'm not getting my ass beat.
Bro, you are, bro.
I guess you're delusional, that's fine.
My hair getting faded as shit, and I'm still whooping your ass.
Listen, but you're delusional, that's fine.
Bro, I need you to understand, right? I don't even say it like this, right? I'm an e-ditter who gets high and fucking drunk. And
bro, you're delusional, that's fine. I don't have to appeal to your delusions.
Hey, guys, let's be cordial. Let's please focus on progressing the debate. Thank you.
Bro, like, not like...
Yeah, I'm trying to progress the debate. I'm trying to ask him for a connection or inference rule, but he's yet to respond with a valid connection or inference rule.
Bro, I already gave you the connection, which is me just quantifying X.
Yeah, quantifying X is not a connection.
The X in question is how much stronger they get between the island. Like, you're stupid. Like,
yeah, X in question is how much stronger they get in between the island. That's fine. That's not a connection.
Okay, so if I'm direct, wow, bro, that's insane. Like, you're actually stupid. Yo, this is being recorded, right? Yeah, it is. Oh my god, bro, this is going to be called the death of fucking Noxis, bro.
I mean, I don't care what you call it on your shitty YouTube. That doesn't mean I fucking lost.
Nani, now that you're back, this is quite simple. Like,
speak cordial, please. Thank you.
Yeah, so now that you're back, Nani, he said verbatim that I wasn't given a connection or inference rule or like any type of syllogism. I said I am given a connection. I'm quantifying X. X in his question will be how much stronger they get between the island. And he said that's not a connection. Verbatim. So Nani, he's clearly lost. And like I'm beating his ass while drunk and high. And I don't want to hear anymore.
Now, Jane, can I give my explanation to Nani?
Go ahead.
All right, listen. So Nani, he was saying, like Luffy scales above Kaido when he's like basically like deathbed, right? I agreed, right? Then he said, Kaido scales above like a Wano Zoro because Zoro like broke all his bones trying to block the attack, right? And then he said, like Lucci scales to fucking. He was basically saying, Kaido scales above Egghead Zoro, right? And I basically claimed. No, I wasn't even making a claim, okay? I just asserted the possibility that Wano Zoro... No, I basically asserted the possibility that Kaido scaling to Wano Zoro does not have to necessitate that he scales to Egghead Zoro, right? And I provided the distinction that they get stronger after islands, right? I didn't have to do that, right? Because I wasn't actually asserting that Egghead Zoro is stronger than Wano Zoro. But I did that anyways.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Hold on, Jin, I'm talking. Look, and then he tried explaining that the difference between islands is not significant, right? Because he said basically Luffy using their knowledge. Okay, no, he said Luffy knows that they're not strong enough to beat Kuma, right? And 2 arcs ago, Zoro was low end relative with Kuma, right? So he basically said Zoro was low end relative with Kuma. And he got stronger, but now the 4 of them, like Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji, who Luffy and Sanji are Zoro, they still can't beat Kuma. So he's basically saying the difference. Hold on, I'm talking.
I'm just clarifying that point for you because you kind of misworded it. It's just that Zoro by himself was already low in relative. Okay. Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji are somewhat relative on their own, and then the rest of the Straw Hats combined together are relative to like Luffy by himself because the R started
Right.
fight. So it's basically like 4 Zoros versus Kuma, and again like a rematch,
Yeah.
and like the same stats are still being applied with low relativity.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, listen. So Nani, I do agree. He proved in that instance that the growth rate between islands was not massive, right? But that does not connect to Kaido outscaling Zoro, right? Because when I
Kaido broke
accepted
all his bones.
hold on, Jin, I'm speaking. Look, Nani, when I accepted his premises, he said, okay, then I win. Kaido scales above Zoro or whatever, right? But he gave no connection.
He broke all his bones.
Listen, your premises are
Noxis.
true. That's fine.
No,
That's not a
Noxis.
connection.
Noxis. His point is, oh my god, my sisters again, bro. And every single time I unmute.
I mean, I don't hear him.
I'm done, bro. Go ahead, Nani.
He's deafened.
Oh, he definitely yeah, but like yeah. I just win the debate while high and shit, bro. It's crazy. It's so
You
fun.
haven't won the debate, but all right.
It's pretty simple, bro. Like I just have Yamato because I'm just gonna scale Yamato to Kaido. Like you're cooked. You're cooked.
I don't think you could scale Yamato to Kaido, but all right.
All right, bro. That's crazy as shit, bro. Oh, the brain. The brain.
I mean, future. You don't need to necessarily give an inference rule, but you need to somehow connect your premises to your conclusion. And an inference rule is one of the easiest ways to do that. So that's why I asked for an inference rule.
Bro, like you're oversimplifying it, bro. Like if I'm just saying like I'm gonna quantify X and I just do like say like pinning pills is like retarded.
Listen. Okay. Quantifying X is a premise. I'm
Okay,
fine.
bro.
I'm fine with the premise. You quantified X.
I don't really care to tell you like the whole shit, bro. They're crazy, bro.
Yeah, but he hasn't explained the connectivity.
Bro, the point is Kaido massively over Zoro to a point he doesn't backscale, and then I'm like, okay, well you think Zoro got stronger? Well, I'm gonna quantify how much stronger he got, and it's like not massive.
Yeah, but you haven't explained why the previous island buff is the same as the current island buff.
He broke all his fucking bones. He's relative not breaking bones. Like what the fuck? Like what are we talking about, Noxis? Come on.
Yeah, he broke his bones. That's fine. What?
He broke his bone because he didn't skeleton attack.
Skeleton attack? What do you mean?
He didn't scale to an attack.
Yeah, Zoro didn't scale to Kaido's attack. That's fine.
Right. So after 2 islands, he's still scaling relative to.
And by the way, it wasn't just Kaido's attack. It was Kaido's and Big Mom's attack. But
I literally said, and you agreed that Kaido backscales to it.
I never agreed Kaido backscales to him. That's my entire contention.
You said that. What? Bro, future. You heard me say that Kaido backscales to an attack that broke all of Zoro's bones. And if you don't think you agree to, we can debate it right now. Kaido backscales to it. Because it's quite simple. I'm just going to bring up Newton's Cradle. The way Newton's Cradle works is that if 2 opposing forces are clashing to produce a force, and neither one gets pushed back, this means the people using the force scale to it. Obviously, 2 opposing forces are Big Mom and Kaido clashing and directing that force somewhere else.
Big Mom and Kaido never clashed.
What the fuck do you think divine sovereignty is?
They just attack side by side in the same direction. That's okay. Not an opposing force.
Let me show you something, okay? Divine sovereignty. All right. So, One Piece. Oh my god.
Also, it's not an opposing force if they're both going in the same direction.
Opposing just being the same origin isn't the same origin, bro.
That's not what opposing force means.
That's how I'm using opposing, bro.
Okay, I don't have to appeal to your usage.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you what I meant, just to make sure we have the clarity. Okay.
Like. Okay, why does that have to be what Newton meant?
I don't really care. I'm just telling you what I meant, so we don't.
Because I don't care.
Anyway,
if you don't care about what I'm saying, I don't care about what you're saying.
Anyway, look in chat. Look at Big Mom and Kaido. You can see the clash marks in the middle.
Yeah, it's not an opposing force.
Okay, again, they clash there. You can see right there. So can you address that?
No, that's not an opposing force.
So they clash right there. Can you address that? I'm using Newton's cradle. Newton's cradle is that when two forces clash, right, and they meet at some point, right, and they not get pushed back, this directly means that they scaled a divorce.
Okay, listen.
Here, you can see right here, they clearly make contact with each other. There's the contact marks.
Yeah,
And they make a force.
Okay, listen.
So listen. Not get pushed back.
So when they're okay, listen. When the attacks hit each other, sure, the attacks are opposing each other, right? So I could say that Kaido's attack is equal to Big Mom's attack. That's fine, right? But then when they direct the attacks forward, the attacks are no longer opposing.
Bro.
Now they're going in the same direction.
Bro, I looked up Newton's. Bro, I referenced Newton's cradle for you. Like, do you not know what that is?
Yes, I know what Newton's cradle is.
Okay, so then you know, regardless of what direction they fucking pointing towards, they're still taking the force back to themselves.
Okay, listen. So I do agree that Kaido is taking the force.
All right, that's a concession that Kaido scales to it. All right, so we can move on.
I never said Kaido didn't scale to Big Mom's attack.
Bro, you said that Kaido didn't scale to an attack that broke all of Zoro's bones. You just now agreed that he did, so we can move on, man.
No, Kaido scales to an individual attack. He didn't scale to the combined attack.
Bro, that is the combined attack. That's literally divine sovereignty.
Okay, listen. If I punch a wall, I don't receive the force of my punch and the wall pushing back against me. I just receive the force of the wall pushing back against me.
The wall is running towards you as well. And
can I tell you something?
Yes.
Listen, can I tell you something? Okay, listen. So when I punch a wall, the wall pushes back at me with equal force to my punch, okay? So I experience the force of the wall pushing back against my fist. I don't experience the force of my fist. I only experience the force of the wall.
No, the wall is stationary. It's not using any force at all. It's just durability.
Okay, so you're just retarded.
Okay, bro.
Anyway. Newton's second law, literally, bro. Do you know, bro? You're using Newton's cradle. You don't even know how Newton's cradle works. But when you punch a wall, the wall forces back on your fist equally.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
That's how it works. That's how Newton's cradle works.
Well, it's not Newton's cradle.
It is.
It's Newton's cradle, bro.
Prove that?
It's Newton's second law.
No, bro. The wall being stationary has no force, bro.
Okay, so I have a question. If you push a wall, you can listen. I have a question. Have you ever pushed something and in pushing it, you go backwards?
Bro. Listen, you're talking about a wall, right? Unless you think the walls is like that one, like you know how Poe fought that one bouncy nigga and compared to one where it can like.
Dude, that's literally Newton's second law. Okay, I don't care if you agree with it or disagree with it. When you punch something, it forces back equally on your fist, wall or not.
Knock this.
No, nonsense. No, nonsense. I'm gonna keep talking.
Knock this. No, listen. What I'm telling you is that walls don't move. They don't move.
Walls don't have to move to apply force.
Yes, they do. Force is mad acceleration.
Yeah, but okay, listen. Something that is stationary can apply a reaction.
It's durability. It's something durability.
Something that is stationary, bro.
That's durability.
Look, listen, bro. Newton's second law. When you push against something, stationary or not, it pushes back against you with an equal and opposite reaction. That is Newton's second law. You are using Newton's second law, and you don't even know how it works.
Yeah. So, again, that's just durability.
Okay, bro. Whatever.
That's just durability, bro. That's where that Newton's second law is just referring to stationary objects like walls. They're durable as shit, bro.
That's not the point, but all right.
But yeah. So, like I said, you kind of just already conceded the fact that Kaido is taking the attack, like he's blatantly.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so
Kaido is enduring Big Mom's attack. He's not enduring his attack and Big Mom's attack.
They meet in the middle, and they move it, and it still requires them.
Listen, Kaido endures Big Mom's attack. Big Mom endures Kaido's attack. Anyway. Neither of them endure the full force of the combined attack.
Yeah, so the combined attack is divine sovereignty. can see right there they direct it.
Sure,
Obviously,
fine.
I brought up Newton's cradle, suggests that if they're not getting pushed back by the combined attacks, this directly means that they scale.
Yeah, but Kaido's not sending the combined attack. He's sending his attack. Big Mom is not
Bro,
sending the combined attack. Big Mom is sending her attack.
bro.
Kaido is not using a combined attack. Big Mom
They,
and Kaido are using their own attacks, which combine
that
into an
doesn't
attack.
matter. Noctis. Even if you think it's both of them producing it, I'm saying they both would need to individually scale because they're not being pushed back by it. Like we can move on, bro.
Listen, Kaido's. Okay, listen. The force that Kaido is projecting is his own attack. The force that Big Mom is projecting is his own attack. Is her own attack, okay? Big Mom can endure her own attack. Kaido can endure his own attack. That does not mean that either of them can endure the combined attack.
Okay, bro, we can move on. So I'm just gonna scale Yamato to Kaido to over Zoro because
You
I'm
haven't proved
about that.
anything. You only proved the premise about the Kuma shit. That was it.
So, like I'm gonna say,
And that didn't connect anywhere.
anyway. So
I don't know why you're moving on. You're not winning.
anyway.
Noxis unfortunately thinks Jin won. I don't think Jin won.
Bro, what the fuck did she do with Kaido? She split the sky. Yeah, split the sky. Keep remembering. Remember the feats. So,
Yeah, I know. This guy. Big Mom. I have Big Mom and Kaido equal. That's fine.
I'm talking about Yamato. Yeah. So here's Kaido directly saying he'll not hold back. He's not going to go easy. They clash with ACOC as well, and they split the sky. So we have Yamato scaling to a Kaido that can break all of Zoro's bones. And like I said, I quantified 2x, which is over x, because obviously, like you agreed, only one island happened between Wano and
Bro, there
Egghead.
could be a gust of air. Why does that necessitate fucking splitting the clouds?
Okay, so I'm going to. Wow. Anyway, wow, bro, it's crazy as shit. So cloud splits, the way they're portrayed is when two extreme equally forces clash each other in the middle point, and from there, environments are changed equally down the middle. I'll give you consistency. Let me see. One Piece, cloud splits. It's even shown with the admirals to a different extent, like, but they split Punk Hazard, but instead of the clouds. So it's like a similar type of argument, but yeah.
I'm sure you can split something. That doesn't mean it's on the level of
Well,
a
I'm,
sky.
I'm just saying, like when equal force, like the way it's portrayed is that like when forces equal like that clash, it's shown the environment gets affected and split, and obviously like we see, just like others, between Yonkos and admirals, some has been split. So like, it's kind of argument that based off it being portrayed like similarly, these people are equal. The people in question being Yamato and Kaido. So.
I mean, bro, the own scan that you're using kind of disproves what you're saying. Because Roger and Kaido split the sky, but it's not even. It's going out everywhere.
Bro, there's just different portrayals. Like I don't really care. It's still the same difference.
1 second.
Yeah, I think like by that logic, you would think the admiral example is contradict my argument, even though it don't. Just different portrayals, bro.
Okay, so you literally just claimed when two equal things like hit, like they split down the middle, but Roger and Whitebeard don't split down the middle.
Well, you agree there's two clouds in both sides, right?
In Roger and Whitebeard?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like 4 different clouds, and they're going out in every direction.
Yeah, four different clouds, right?
Sure.
All right, now when I said so mind you, there's 4, and I told you there's 2 different clouds on each section. And what did you say? There's not splitting. This is basic math.
There's 4. There's not 2. Are you looking at the panel?
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, we can move on.
Make sure you haven't proved anything.
All right. Yeah, bro. Yeah, so I think we can debate there, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think I won.
I mean, Future. He was claiming that when 2 people clash evenly, like there's a split down the middle. So I was just countering his argument.
Plus
That's
leaves
why
and
the quantity
shit.
clause matter, because he
United States of
established a meaning
America.
to the quantity of a
It said
clause.
republic for one
So
to
what,
stand,
Joe?
one nation, under God, indivisible, and when it's
Man, why is this nigga pledging
We asked her to
allegiance?
give liberty, justice, and never mind.
Yeah, so
Fuck that.
yeah, that's the debate, bro. I beat your ass while I was high, bro. I'm not
I mean, you
fucking
could think you
that.
won.
All right, so we can just I'm just gonna can we like do polls or something? Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, let's just
I'm gonna
see.
be honest, bro. I don't care about consensus. I know I'll beat your ass.
Can we do Noxis? Can we just vote for a Noxis warrior?
I mean, Jin literally didn't prove anything. The only thing he proved was
I wasn't paying attention. I just want to
Zoro
vote for
not
Noxis
scale
warrior.
Zoro not improving massively versus Kuma. That's fine.
Chad, if you vote